What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And we're gonna be skinwalker. So, supposedly, skinwalkers
Stay out of the Navajo reservation. Drake was walking along at night on the Navajo res when he passed a small makeshift hut and a strange figure standing by the doorway. It appeared to be an old man with dark eyes and leathery skin, and to the boy's surprise, he began to transform. His face twisted into this sinister demon-looking thing, and Drake was forced to flee into the night by himself, thinking to himself, I need to stay out of the Navajo reservation.
By this time, that rancher and his family had lived on the ranch for 20 months, and they were so scared that he, his wife, and his 2 kids were all sleeping at night on the floor in the same room because it had messed with them so badly. Their property had had these different kinds of orbs, the white ones that were intelligently controlled, not fireflies, not bugs, blue ones that would go, they seemed to touch the fear center in your brain. They'd get near them, they looked like a little bigger than a softball, made out of glass with a swirling blue liquid, scared the hell out of the animals, and then it scared the hell out of the people too. This literally drove them to their knees with fear. These red orbs that would stampede the cattle. They lost so many cattle that they began to think that they were going to go under. They had these 4 prized bulls, 2,000 pounds each. Had them in the corral, and the husband and wife, they always felt like they're being watched. He says to the wife as they're driving to town, man, if something happens to one of those bulls, we'll go under. We'll be done. They come back a half an hour later, all 4 of the bulls are gone. By this time, that rancher and his family had lived on the ranch for...
It's just a cigarette, and it cannot be that bad.
Honey, don't you love me, and you know it makes me sad.
It's just a cigarette, like you always used to do.
I was different then, I don't need them to be cool.
Finding my
For those of you
skinwalker.
that have already seen my skinwalker video, I might have found the skinwalker. Now tell me why this cow is always staring at me acting strange. Out of all the cows that we have, tell me why this one is always just like staring at me.
The skinwalker is disguised as a dog. The skinwalker is disguised as a dog.
The Skinwalker versus the Wendigo. According to Navajo folklore, skinwalkers wear animal skins and possess abilities, such as the ability to move at incredible speeds or to read minds. And many people believe that encountering one can bring about serious harm or death. However, skinwalkers are taboo in Navajo culture and is not widely discussed. The Wendigo is a creature from Algonquian folklore, primarily found in the northern forests of the United States and Canada. It is a tall, thin, emaciated humanoid creature with a deer skull for a head, razor-sharp teeth, and glowing eyes. The Wendigo is a cannibalistic monster that preys on humans. People who have resorted to cannibalism in order to survive in the wilderness can become possessed by the Wendigo spirit and transform into the creature. Which one would you prefer transforming into? The Skinwalker versus the Wendigo.
The video I'm about to show you is freaking.
This is a normal dog. And this one is not a normal dog.
You're a skinwalker, Aisha.
See, a normal dog would react, so I decided to pet it. If I poke it.
Sleep with your eyes open.
This thing is so weird.
Dad, a cat just transformed into a human! What do you mean? Watch this! This cat was running and then shapeshifted into a human. It's a skinwalker!
Look closely.
What?
It's 2 different videos.
Dad, a cat just transformed into a human! What do you mean? Watch this! This cat was running and then shapeshifted into a human. It's a skinwalker!
Look closely.
What?
It's 2 different videos.
Dad, a cat just transformed.
If you hear someone knocking but nobody's there, whatever you do, don't open the door. Here's why. A man named Fran has been documenting a series of strange events in his new home, where he explains that ever since him and his family moved there, they've been visited by something ringing their front doorbell late at night. But every time they checked, only seconds after opening the door, no one would be there. Now, after a few days of hearing even more inexplicable sounds around his house, Fran decides to do some home improvements and finds this box containing a few odd-looking pictures. Thinking this might be the source of what's going on, he burns the pictures. A few days later, Fran hears something. Mimicking his son's voice. If you hear someone knocking but
Have mercy, Lord, have mercy.
What would you do if our kids came to us and like showed us the pictures of our hands?
That won't happen.
Why?
Because I always say, one day we'll just pay enough money to just wipe all that from the internet.
Well, if that's the case, great.
Here we go.
What would you do if our kids came to us and like showed us the pictures of our hands?
That won't happen.
Why?
Because I always say, one day we'll just pay enough money to just wipe all that from the internet.
Well, if that's the case, great.
Here we go.
What would you do if our kids...
What do we notice about the pattern?